You don't have to say anything, Yinny. I know that's hard. Yeah, I can see that. I'm looking at it. Hello and welcome to Incursion. This is a Yandere dating sim in which you meet an attractive man late one night on the bus home. One thing leads to another and you decide you want to get to know this man a little better. Luckily for you, he wants to do the same. But unfortunately for you, he goes about it the completely wrong way because the next time you see him is when he's breaking into your house. Let's get started. Definitely pay attention to the content warnings though, because this is for players who are over 18. Hi there. Before we get started, there are a couple of quick questions to get out of the way. It won't take long, promise. Firstly, let's get the basics down. What's your name? Yinny. I love the font, it's real cute. That's a cute name. How about your preferred pronoun, she, her? Sure thing. Okay, sounds good so far. How would you describe your chest area? Oh, we're going there, are we? Got it. What sort of... Oh. I mean, I do think this is good though, to allow you to be more specific. Looks like we're all ready to roll. Just to be sure. Okay, that's everything. In that case, good luck and have fun. Man, are you exhausted? Work has been way too much lately. Mrs. Donut? You're not even sure how you've been handling it, or if you've been handling it. Your new boss hasn't been shy in letting you know that he doesn't have any more faith in you than you have. Not shy at all. Yeah, you're probably gonna need to start looking for somewhere else pretty soon with the way things are going. You just barely broke your 15-month streak of being employed and you're already somehow messing up so badly you're probably gonna ruin it. Not that you haven't been a working adult for the best part of a decade already by now. Whatever, at least it's Friday night. No need to think about this bullshit job and that bullshit boss for a whole 2 days. It's gonna be okay. You smile. After all, you have some pretty big plans for tonight. Big plans involving nothing but the half-empty fifth of cheap vodka presently cooling in your freezer, a bunch of freshly torrented obscure foreign splatter movies in the company of your own good self. Just how a Friday night should be. Maybe you'll even splurge on some takeout. You're not usually a big eater, but there's no hangover cure like some cold pizza. Yeah, sounds incredible. Pizza just tastes so much better straight from the fridge at 7 AM. You can't wait. The bus is so packed. You don't even bother looking up when a huge body fills far more than its share of the seat beside you. Yeah, and that huge body is probably gonna fill me later. A wide, hard shoulder slots into the empty space in the air above your own, filling gaps in the air any way he can, and nestling the two of you uncomfortably close together. Long legs bunch up awkwardly in the pit below the seat, sprawling out into the aisle by accident. You only succeeded in getting more squashed up against the hard plastic seating if you'd bother trying to create any distance between the two of you, so you don't bother. Whatever. Not like he can help it. There are things worth getting mad about in this world, and picking a fight on the bus with a guy that feels like he could crush you like a bug as soon as you stop blinking is probably not one of them. It's not his fault, not really. A prick of pain in your thigh makes you jolt. Wait, what the hell? Must have caught himself on your trousers somehow as he sat down. Jeez, that sure managed to hurt. Sorry. A low voice apologizes for the violation as if he read your mind. Poor guy. Probably used to getting dirty looks on account of the personal space he can't help but encroach into. These buses are not made for a man his size. I'm made for a man his size, though. No worries, man. You sound as exhausted as you feel. Clearly he gets the message. You're not in the mood to be a chatty bus buddy today. At least the big arm that's now squashed up awkwardly next to you is nice and warm. His hoodie is soft and worn, but you can feel that the muscle underneath is solid and hard. He feels masculine and firm against you, comfortably buffered by the soft fabric. It's not bad. You smile to yourself a little guiltily for objectifying this total stranger like so. It's not like letting yourself enjoy the occasional dose of human bodily contact is that terrible, is it? No, it's not weird at all. It's not like he'll ever find out, and screw it, you've had a long week. You deserve to daydream about having a real-life boyfriend for a change. You allow yourself to relax, trapped snugly between the wall of the bus and your seatmate's comforting bulk, daydreaming about the arm belonging to your favorite cute movie killers as you drift off. The gentle swaying of the bus and the draining soundtrack of the engine doesn't take long before they lull you into a dreamless sleep. Oi, kid's deaf as well as stupid? I'll stop. You lovebirds better be planning on getting on my bus, or else you better be buying return tickets. Come on, move it. Huh? Sorry, boss. We'll be going right away. The same stranger's voice from earlier attempts to placate the exasperated driver, calm and a little sheepish. Bus driver. Angry. Last stop? Oh no! Your eyes spring open when you groggily manage to actually register what it is you're hearing. What time is it? Oi! How could you have been so stupid? Last stop already. At Ferrum, love. And there he is. It's 21:39 to be exact. Isn't that no good for you? Oh no! Ferrum. The last stop on the entire bus route and just a 2-hour journey from your actual destination. That Ferrum. Oh, seriously? You've got to be kidding me. You groan aloud at your own stupidity. You can't believe it. And to make it all worse, you're so warm and comfortable that you can barely resist drifting off again. Warm, soft, and... Wait, what? You've been so shocked by the driver's devastating revelation that you hadn't even had time to register the fact that you're presently curled up against a broad, warm chest. That same heavy arm from earlier now draped possessively around your shoulders and largely responsible for the intense sensation of warmth and comfort that you're feeling. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I mean, shit, sleeping, You babble incoherently, wiggling around and flailing in your extreme embarrassment, too shell-shocked to even be capable of a proper apology. The stranger doesn't lift his arm, but sleeping on him. Not only sleeping, but full-blown cuddling the guy. You're about 5 minutes away from being curled up on his lap. Damn stupid kids. I don't get paid enough to deal with this shit. And you feel the engine of the bus stutter to life, the driver obviously having had more than enough of your BS to know what's good for his schedule. I'm so sorry. I swear I didn't know why. The guy looks like he's barely able to hold back his laughter. It's an affectionate kind of amusement though, you think? You're floundering, understandably so. How are you supposed to apologize for this? The two of you are the only ones left on the bus, discounting the now irate driver. How long were you even out? It must have been hours. Oh, it's alright. You smell nice, so... Sorry, oh my god, seriously, I'm so sorry. Your cheeks burn. He doesn't seem angry, at least. The man's voice is low and calm, soft with the barest hint of a West Country lilt. It's comforting. Suits him. You grit your teeth and go up to look at him, figuring you'd at least give the person you've apparently been using as a body pillow for hours a proper apology. You're not given a shot at the respectful eye contact you were hoping to achieve, though. The man's dark green hoodie is drawn up far over his eyes, shading most of his face from the strip lighting of the barely lit night bus. You can barely make out what looks like strands of wavy black hair under the jacket's hood, and the edge of a chiseled jaw catching the light on its stubble. One of his canine teeth is capped with a gold crown that glitters dangerously, but the rest of his smile is sharp and healthy. What you can make out of his skin has a cool olive tan color. The firm musculature of his neck is apparent, as you could have expected from the sheer width of his huge body. So we know he's very big, everywhere it seems. A single gold chain hangs close to his Adam's apple, sparkling in the dim light. The most noticeable parts of his outfit are the shiny leather gloves encasing each of his large hands, strangely formal in comparison to the rest of his casual outfit. Perhaps a slightly odd choice of attire for indoors, but not unusual at this time of the year. He notices your change in posture, but doesn't adjust the hood of his jacket. Is he shy? Or something worse? A slow smile spreads across the part of his handsome face that you can make out. I'll make out with him. It's Eddie, by the way. You kept calling me Michael, so... I did? Michael? This can't be happening. You've never been so ashamed in your adult life. Guess Michael is probably your boyfriend, huh? Probably coming to pick you up then. No. I don't, have a boyfriend. You're not sure why you're suddenly so eager to tell a stranger this. I must have been dreaming about some character from a movie or something, some character. Cuddling a complete stranger while you fantasize about him being your fictional crush, Michael Myers. This is a new low. Even for you. Your face is lit up white hot with shame and pure humiliation. Somehow you managed to hold it together enough to not start crying. Oh, good. His expression is unreadable in the little you can see of his face. Good. Because he'd probably be worried about you. I mean, it's good you weren't planning on meeting him, your boyfriend. I guess so. Yeah. His expression shifts to a face that you now identify as one of slight panic. Not like in a creepy way, I mean, not that I'm saying that nobody would notice if anything happened to you. No, I got it. I'm so bad at this. I guess I better go buy a return fare. I live in Oakburn, so it seems like the driver got fed up of waiting for the two of you and set off anyway, but you'll probably get an earful on the way off if you don't at least attempt to pay your way. Right. Oakburn. Me too. You too? Liar? He nods empathetically, not seeming to notice how strange a thing he just said. In Oakburn? Realization seems to dawn on him because he quickly clarifies the obvious. Yeah, but how should I put this? You look so peaceful laying there and... His huge heavy arm hasn't moved once from its position draped around your relatively smaller shoulders. This man willingly rode a bus for 2 extra hours because he didn't want to wake you up. That's so sweet. That's almost as sweet as it is creepy. He was seriously willing to go that far out of his way just so you get better sleep. Damn! Just think, if you'd only been a rude arsehole and woken me up carelessly, we'd both probably be home by now. Sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. This is all my fault, isn't it? No. You'd only meant to make a stupid joke, but the poor guy's floundering. Throwing him a bone is the least you can do. I'm glad you let me sleep. I'm grateful, honest. I really needed it. Really? You can practically see his ears prick up and his tail start to wag. Now that you think about it, he is pretty cute. Hey, since you're headed in the same direction when we get back, how about you let me get you a drink to say thank you for being such a good, pillow? His face lights up. And what you can see of it anyway. You hadn't really meant to be so forward, but the kicked puppy look he gave you just then landed as a one-hit knockout. I'm Yinny, by the way. Oh, really? I'd love to, Yinny. It's a pleasure to meet you. Likewise. This is a bad idea. We are so Dunyan rings. The driver gives you both a funny look as you pay for 2 return tickets back towards the city. Alright, 2 for the city. But you best not try anything funny on my bus, you hear? I don't know how you kids get on these dark country roads with no one around, groping and whatnot. We're not gonna do it on the bus. You flush, turning your eyes in Eddie's direction, hoping that he didn't hear the old man's sleazy joke. He winks at you, waving down the bus when he catches your eye. He definitely heard. Of course not. You stammer and the driver guffaws. The engine sputters with life as you make your way back to where Eddie is sat near the back, shaking the metal floor under your feet and jostling you. Thanks for that. Don't mention it. You'd insisted on paying both return fares, largely on account of your sleepiness being the reason for their purchase. You were surprised when Eddie didn't argue but happily let you pay for him, but not in a bad way. The hard plastic of the bus seat feels cold on your skin when you finally get to seating yourself back down next to him. Oh, he's so close. And blushing. You're startled by the sensation of a now familiar arm wrapping itself tightly around your shoulders, giving you a slight squeeze as you settle in. Hey! The context surprises you. What? What? Too good for me now? Don't want to cuddle with me no more. You're gonna make me cry, Yinny. You roll your eyes, feeling a wide grin take shape on your face. And you blush despite yourself. It does feel nice. He feels nice. If always a one. Maybe offering him that drink earlier was a better idea than he realized. But, I can move if you want. He trails off, gesturing with his neck in the opposite direction. Don't. You don't want that. Don't. It feels good. It feels right. He pulls you closer towards him, clumsy too, strong to realize your relative fragility. He's so big and strong, he could snap you like a twig, but he's touching you so softly instead. Bearing down on you with that dark, needy stare, he wants you closer. It couldn't be more obvious if he tried. Looking up at him like this, he really is handsome. The dim light bounces against his sharp features, prominent bone structure gleaming under the LEDs. It almost seems too lucky that all of the guys you'd end up falling asleep on, it'd be someone this cute. It's gotta be a sign when you think about it. This is the universe rewarding you for doing your best at work lately, right? In that case, it'll be a waste to not treat yourself. That hungry glint in those dark, pretty eyes is just impossible to resist. He blinks down at you like he's waiting for your permission. It's really cute, in a naive sort of way. Everything feels like it's moving incredibly slowly as you wrap your arms around his neck and draw your faces close together, your open mouth pressing a soft kiss against his own. Wow, already? I mean, go off, Queen. You never kissed a stranger before. Something about the situation is so thrilling, wrong in a way that feels incredibly right. His lips are warm and rough, the soft wetness of his tongue tracing the fullness of your lower lip as he drives the kiss deeper. You feel him smile against you and you can't help but smile back. His mouth is soft and wet and warm, so different to the nascent 5 o'clock shadow dusting his jaw that's so harsh and scratchy against your cheek. The contrast drives you insane. It tastes bitter and sweet, the distinct flavors of tobacco and energy drinks blooming in your mouth at once. There's something else there too, though. Something that's only his, that sends those little sparks of longing straight to your core. He notices right away. Oh, God. It groans low and sweet on your tongue. Wow. Shit. Yinny, I can't believe it. You're too much, you know that? You smile up at him smug and wide. Too much for you. Maybe I just want to repay my savior for keeping me company so nice. You're in full-on flirting mode now. All of the fatigue of the week having been washed clean away by your new companion. It's not... Really? You're sure? Not enough. One huge hand wraps itself around and curls up to stroke your hair, at the same time pulling you impossibly close. It's hard and intense, just the right side of a chokehold, feeling the muscles of his arm flex to draw you in. It's intoxicating. He's intoxicating. If the driver notices the two of you proceeding to do the exact thing he did not ask for, he doesn't make it known. But if it's too much for you... No. The kiss that he pulls you into is dark and ravenous. His lips drawing hard into yours again and again, hungry and wanting, like he's trying to drink you in. Soft, almost whimpers, low and sweet from his lips. His warm and solid against you and he feels incredible. Wow, okay. I want to kiss him hard. I can't believe we're just doing this on the bus after the bus drivers told us not to. He's so solid and strong. So big and strong but needy and weak for you all the same. It's almost too good. Heat flutters in the pit of your stomach. A direct response to... It's so distracting. A direct response to the simulation of his needy kisses. How long has it been since you kissed someone? Warm, wet kisses send sparks running through your whole body. It feels incredible. His voice is soft and low with want. There's no way you could ever get enough of this. Of him. Your hands slip under the hood of his jacket and find purchase in the dark tangle of hair you'd only caught a glimpse of earlier. Careful not to tug the fabric down an accident in case it bothers him. Closer. You need him closer. Closer, 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 closer to drown in. We should stop. I don't know about that. No, I mean, like... His face is lit up with excitement and the slightest touch of embarrassment. I really think that we should. He glances sheepishly at the floor. If we go any further than this, I won't be able to, if you know what I mean. That's okay. The realization of what he's getting at makes your face burn. You mean he's gonna spurt like a fountain? I really don't want to stop kissing you, Yandere. It's okay. I understand. You're definitely too old to suggest the alternative course of action that you secretly want to. You're never too old for stuff like that. As long as you're both okay with it. He withdraws the arm that had been wrapped around your neck, allowing you to pivot slightly back into a regular sitting position. I didn't want to stop either. The half of his face not hidden by his jacket is flushed with a pretty reddish glow. You wish that you could see the look on his face right now. It would probably be a good idea to change the subject. After all, he's not the only one in a dangerous position. Hey, I was wondering, it seems like as obvious a question to start with as any, so... Can I see your face? Not an unreasonable request considering the closeness of you two were sharing until a couple minutes ago. My face. Is that no? Sorry. He trails off, obviously finding his excusatory faculties not sufficient to provide an explanation. No, it's okay. Seriously, it's not that big of a deal. You give him what you hope is a reassuring smile. I was just curious, I guess. Curious? Yeah, curious that the parts I can't see are as cute as the parts I can. You poke out your tongue hoping to show him that it really is okay. The anxious frown on his face melts into the same warm smile of earlier. Weird guy. Weird, but you're not the type to judge. He probably has his reasons. It feels like you pull into Oakburn just a few minutes later. Whoops, looks like this is my... Damn, time really flies. I can't believe it's been 2 hours already. Yeah, it seems like it's raining just as heavily as ever. Good old Oakburn. Eddie exits the bus after you. He's even taller than you expected now that he's standing at his full height. Well, this is us. I do believe that I might owe you a drink if memory serves correctly. Yeah. Sorry, I don't think I can do that tonight. It's not that I don't want to. I just have something I have to do after this is all. Break into my house, right? Something that can't wait until after you come and sink a few with me? I'm not sure if I reminded you, but I'm buying. You bet your eyelashes hoping to peer pressure him into changing his mind. You're just generous like that. No, I really want to, but... His voice trails into nothing and he frowns helplessly. Driving. I have to drive somewhere tonight for my side job. Your night job is driving? Are you a taxi driver? You giggle, taken aback by the idea of this cute 30-something looking guy having such a stereotypically old man-like profession. Sort of. Yeah, but not exactly. But I'll get my ass chewed out if I show up smelling like booze. Sorry, Yandere. As weird as the excuse sounds, he looks like he really does mean it. Besides, I know a real cute cafe around here. I'm sure you can manage an espresso or two at the very least. Oh, really, I'd love to. You're so thoughtful, Yandere. You're amazing. Don't mention it, it'll be my pleasure. Yeah, I'm sure he'll absolutely make it your pleasure later. This is my secret hiding place, you know? You're a real lucky guy. It is. I sure must be. In exchange, it's only fair if this is my treat. Oh, is that how it works? Well, you're not exactly about to argue. In that case, filter please. No safer work-ish. I'll take a large cup of filter, please. No problem. Keeping it simple, huh? Pretty much. I like my coffee how I like my men. Tall, dark, and full of what? Is my drink gonna have that as well? Careful what you wish for, love. Your stupid joke makes his face burn bright red. Poor guy. When he reacts so hilariously, you just can't help but want to bully him though. I'll bring them over when they're ready. You should go sit down. Sure, thanks. What a gentleman. You take a seat at the table looking out the window. Unfortunately, you're far too caught up staring idly at the cars passing outside and daydreaming to notice Eddie hastily retrieve both cups and duck into the bathroom with them. What? For some undoubtedly explainable reason, Eddie, you better not be filling it with what I think you're filling it with. What you don't know probably can't hurt you. He returns a few moments later, holding out a takeaway cup in your direction. Thanks, I love the art style so much. I love like the line work and the extra white lines on the thing to highlight everything. Don't mention it. Drink it quickly, okay? Please don't laugh like that, it's gonna make me nervous. Wow, this is good. Like really good. I know I picked a good spot. Really? Oh my god, no way, no way, no way, this is really happening. What did you put in it? Holy shit. Did you say something? Don't worry about it. Good, huh? For some reason, his face is twisted up into a huge dopey grin as he asks. He's glad that you're enjoying the drink. Well, that's sweet. Yeah, it's great. It's kind of thicker than usual. Oh! No! In a good way. It's good. Whenever they put in, he really complements the usual bitterness. Yeah, try some. You thrust the paper cup in his direction happily. No way. I mean, no thanks. I'm on a diet, see? You don't want to drink your own? You're on a diet. And that's why you ordered an extra large strawberry cookie frappuccino with extra whipped cream? Yeah, I'm bulking. Big to get big. Right. Suit yourself then. More for me. Somehow it's the best coffee you've ever tasted. Oh my god. Must have been made with a lot of love. Really? A lot of love. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, deal's a deal. You sure you still want to walk me? Because I seriously don't mind if you'd rather head home and get yourself ready for work. I want to. I'm walking with you. If you really insist. You can't deny that you're this glad of company. Someone massive and thoroughly unmuggable is always a welcome companion on a dark night, but more than that, you just want to know more about this mysterious guy. But he did the cum in my coffee. Hey, yeah? What is it? If he's gonna insist, you may as well slake your curiosity on the way. Tell me about yourself. About me? What is it you like to know? For some reason, your question seems to have caught him off guard. I know. What do you do for a living? What kind of stuff do you do for fun? That sort of thing. Well, You never have expected such a normal question to catch someone out like this. My job as well. Hey, why don't you tell me something about you first? No way, bud. You snoozed and you lost. Get with it. Well, I guess that's fair. I have a couple of different jobs. Sounds rough. It can be. I guess my main one is, well, I do removals, I guess. And odd jobs. What, like a man and van type thing? That seems normal enough. Yeah, pretty much. And for my hobbies, I like to work out. MMA, running, gym, that sort of thing. That's already pretty apparent. Well, just walk around. Just walk around. Yeah, outside I mean. I like to walk around. Is that weird? I don't think so. It's not like it's any worse for you than laying around watching TV or something. You're probably fine. Honestly, it's a little weird. Not in a bad way, just... He seems sensitive about it though. Really, what's the harm in telling a little white lie every now and then again? Where were you going on the bus? You got at the same stop that I did, right? Were you headed back from somewhere? I figured you come from work, but... Oh, did I? I hadn't even noticed. Weird thing to lie about. Is he shy all of a sudden? I was just coming back from the city, meeting a friend. Oh, you're meeting someone in town? That makes sense. Hope they weren't a cute friend or I might get jealous. You have no idea. You have nothing to be jealous about, Uni. You're only kidding, but he sounded deadly serious. Can I have your phone number? My number? My number of my phone? Are you serious? I mean, yeah? Maybe we could hang out properly sometime you're not working. I might even let you get me drunk. Sorry, Uni, I wish I could. I only have my work phone on me though. I don't think that giving that out would be a good idea. Oh, right. But you can give me yours. Please do, really. I'd love to have it. It doesn't sound like he's just saying it to be polite. Okay, sure, that works. You better not lose it. I never do that, Uni. Never mind. You're surprised to realize how far the two of you have walked when your surroundings finally sink in. Oh, looks like this is me. The two of you are still a couple blocks from your place, but you figured that it's always better to be safe than sorry. Oh, you live here? Yeah, pretty much. Thanks for walking me back home. I had fun hanging out with you tonight. Call me. Yeah? I like that. Hey, maybe if we're lucky, Fate'll bring us a second date soon. Second date? You really didn't mean to make the poor guy short circuit, but you can't help yourself. Oh. He gives you a shy smile. I hope so. You raise a hand to wave, hoping that he won't insist on walking you to your door. Thankfully, he seems to understand, nodding softly before he turns his heel back in the direction you two came from. Once you're sure he's gone, you set about making the last short leg of your journey home. It isn't long before you're kicking off your work shoes in the entranceway, breathing an exhausted sigh as the door locks behind you. Today has been a hell of a day. Somehow, you find your thoughts filled by the sweet stranger from the bus. He was definitely a weird guy, but despite it all, there was a magnetic quality to him that you just couldn't ignore. Probably the reason for your uncharacteristically bold actions today in the first place, honestly. Something about him just drew you in. His impossibly broad frame, the devilish glint in his smile, the awkward flush that adorned his pretty face anytime the two of you so much as made eye contact. You're not sure what it is. You like everything about him so far. Daydreams of his handsome face fill your mind comfortably. You sleep better tonight than you have in a long, long time. It's nice to have somebody to daydream about. The rest of the weekend passes by in a typical manner. Flying by is the usual blur of beer and pizza and time wasting. Eddie doesn't call. Aww. You can't claim to be too surprised. Not really. He probably has better things to do than calling random girls he meets on the bus after all. By the time the work rolls around on Monday, you've all but forgotten about your little adventure. You kind of expected it would pan out like this, so you aren't too disappointed. It's true that he was cute, but real life isn't a dating sim. It's not like you really thought you were going to meet the guy of your dreams in some syrupy rom-com meet cute or anything. Would have been nice though. Forgetting about him on the surface level was easy enough, thanks to your boss somehow cracking the whip even harder this week than last. If this keeps up, you're not sure how long you'll be able to take it. You've been all over the place with the stress, waking up in the night because you've imagined a noise outside your window. I don't think I've been imagining things at all. I think he's actually out there. Waking up in the morning to notice that you fell asleep with the door still ajar. Misplacing stuff around the house you could have sworn you left in place. It seems to get worse and worse with each day that passes too. Oh, great. A week has passed already by the time you see him again. It's not the date you expected though. Not by a long shot. Let me guess. He breaks in. A shock of cold air from the wide open window smacks you awake. Huh? You glance over at the cheap plastic clock on your nightstand. 4:04. Sleep not found. That's so funny. You groan. Oh, not again. You could have sworn that you left more windows hanging open in the last week than you have in the rest of the multiple decades you spent here on this earth. It's freezing in here. This new habit of yours isn't going to be good for your heating bill. Ugh. You're still half dreaming as you lurch in the direction of the window, hoping to deal with the unpleasant draft as quickly as possible so that you can go back to sleep. Which is why you're surprised when it deals with itself. What? Hi. A low voice jolts you from the dreamy haze. This can't be happening. Don't be scared, it's just me. I came for you, Yandere, like you wanted me to. Not yet, you haven't. What? Who are you? Get the fuck out of my house, I'm calling the police. Your head whips around, reaching for a phone on your nightstand that you soon realize obviously isn't there anymore. You turn back around, despairing as you discover the reason why. The figure drops a squarish object to the floor before slamming his heel down on it, crushing it to smithereens. My phone! Sorry, I don't think I can let you do that. I'll buy you a new one later, okay? Who are you? Get out of my house! Your fingers scrabble in the dresser drawer for the knife you always kept there. You looking for this? Great. Sorry, I kinda had to take that as well, you know? Thick leather-clad fingers wrap around the flimsy metal blade, bending it past its breaking point until it snaps into two useless pieces. Crap. Yeah, well, I'm Dunyan rings. What do you want? Look, please, just take whatever you came for and leave me alone. Please. I won't call the cops, I promise. Don't worry, Yandere. I plan to. Oh, seeing you like this is getting me so excited. Dude, you couldn't have rang the doorbell? This is messed up. I'm gonna have so much fun tonight, Yandere. Jeez, I can't wait to get started. It's only just then that it occurs to you how strange it is for the burglar to be calling you by name. You. It can't be, can it? Your question is cut off abruptly by the silhouette's low apology. I'm sorry about this, Yandere. Sorry? Sorry about what? Not cool. You have no idea how long has passed when you came to your senses. The first thing you notice is the cold weight of what feels like a thick metal restraint clamped ruthlessly around your neck, attached to the bed frame by the way of a heavy chain. Your attempt to sit upright is stopped by the metal collar. Hey! What the hell? Hello? Oh, you're up. Yandere, good morning. The bulky silhouette from earlier stops rifling through your closet, turning on its heel to face you and bending to give you a better view of him. Morning, sunshine. Eddie? Blush or my god. Since we're doing the good ending first, we're gonna blush. Eddie, he didn't forget about you. You knew he wouldn't. After you two had such a special first date. Maybe this isn't the time to be thinking about things like that. You, what the hell? You. I knew I recognized that voice. What the hell, man? Let me go. Take this thing off me. What the hell are you doing here? Hey, calm down. I can explain, okay? I doubt that very much, but... Okay, I'll bite. What is going on? Well, To be honest, Yandere, I'm gonna give it to you straight. I want to, to be your boyfriend. You want what? I want to... Never mind, forget it. I'm here for that second date you wanted to go on. How is this a date? Breaking into someone's house is not a date. Well, not usually, but I couldn't wait, Yandere. I mean, Christ, following you around, keeping my distance like this was just getting too much for me. If I waited any longer, I was gonna explode. What are you even talking about? Just untie me, okay? We can talk about it, okay? You can explain. Hearing any explanation this obviously deranged man has to offer is the last thing you want, but you can't think of a more realistic option. I can't, Yandere, because you'll run away, won't you? I won't run away, liar. I know that isn't true. I mean, how could you not be scared of me right now? You're so small and weak, and now you're laying there so helpless. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it weird. You made it weird the moment you broke in. God, you don't know what you do to me, Yandere. This is definitely no ordinary break-in. Look, Eddie, why don't we start over, okay? You don't have to untie me just yet. Why don't we both just calm down, yeah? Talk to me, please. Okay. I can do that. Good. Well, I guess I should probably, explain a little. That would be a good start. To start with, I know that for you it's only been a week since we met, but in reality, that's not quite right. It isn't? No, we met a long time ago, Yandere. Last year, actually. We did? Yeah. I mean, I know that you probably think I'm some criminal now or something, but I swear I'm not. Oh, not all the time. I do a real job on the side too, you know? Anyway, I was at work. At work? Your work? Yeah, our work. Our? Yeah, I work. Downstairs. Downstairs? Wait, downstairs from me? Your eyes grow wide, realizing what he means. No way! There's no way in hell you wouldn't remember a guy like this. I'm sure I remember seeing you around the office. No, I mean, I work in the warehouse. Our hours aren't usually the same as the office staff. Not usually anyway. But there was one time, it was some stupid office party or something. I don't remember who was leaving, but a bunch of us came up to drink with you guys. Was it Christmas or something? Man, I don't know. But yeah, we only talked once. Try as you might, you're drawing a complete blank. He must be mistaking you for someone else, right? I'm sorry, that isn't ringing any bells. You sure you have the right person? Yes, I'm sure. Yandere, he looks offended by the idea that he could have made a mistake. Okay, I get it. So he met at an office party. Yes, you were mad drunk. Anyway, some guy you work with wouldn't leave you alone. What was his name again? Cooper or something, right? Oh, that guy. I hated that dude. Come to think of it, he transferred pretty sharpish after the holidays last year. Yes, I know. What happened to him anyway? You're better off not knowing. He wouldn't leave you alone, so you yelled something at him like, gross, I already have a boyfriend, so just get lost already. And then you grabbed me and you kissed me. And you put your hand on me on my, oh! You know, my weenets. Yes, I know. Did you seriously? You got to cut down on the free booze at office parties. Anyway, you grabbed me, and you turned around and looked him dead in the eyes, and you said that you would think of him later when you, well, you know, it was the hottest thing I've ever seen in my life, Yandere. Really? I'm getting worked up just thinking about it. Nobody ever touched me like that before. On my, you know. Yeah, we get it. Yes, I get it. You got mad and left and you apologized to me, then ran off somewhere. It was really special, Yandere. Was it? That was the second most romantic night of my life. After this one, I wanted to get to know you more after that, but I couldn't find you anywhere. So I asked around, found out that you work on floor 8 and where I could find you. And then, as I started finding you, I see. I didn't mean to start following you around or anything. I just like you so much, Yandere. You could have approached me again, like a regular dude. You're too sweet and special, and I know that I must be special to you too, right? Because you don't touch other guys like that, and you don't kiss them or call them your boyfriends, so it's not just because of how we met, you know? It's everything about you, the way you smell, your body, and God, just looking at you in those cute little pajamas is already getting me. Never mind, it's true that he's a good-looking guy, but what the hell do you even say to a confession like this, seriously? You don't have to say anything, Yandere. I know that's hard. Yeah, I can see that. I'm looking at it. That's why I decided I'm gonna make it easier for you. What's that? Oh, this? Oh, absolutely not. It's nothing dangerous. Just something to help you be honest with me. Really, really honest. Hold still. Okay? Wait, no, stop, I said hold still. It's gonna hurt if you don't. You do as you're told. Allowing him to slide the needle into the smooth curve of your thigh. That's terrifying. He's terrifying. And it's so disarming at first because you did come onto him because he was good looking. Because you had no idea that this was gonna happen. Oh, sorry, did it sting? It'll all be better in a sec. The needle withdraws a few moments later, contents deposited safely into your flesh. What did you give me? You groan in pain and apprehension. You're not exactly scared of needles, but you're far from the first in line to sign up for your annual flu vaccine. I told you it's not dangerous. I don't remember what it's called. Scopola something? Sorry, not good with chemical names. But people usually just call it truth serum. To help you with being honest. What? I know you never want to lie to me, Yandere, but this kind of situation must be pretty scary. So you're aware? You're aware that you could have just approached me during the day, or you could have texted me back because I gave you my number. I understand if you're freaked out. This stuff is supposed to help you relax a bit. And, there's one more effect. I think you know what I'm getting at, right? Oh, hell no. Your face flushes with embarrassment as you understand. By the way, this is really well written. I played this game knowing exactly what was gonna happen. So like my shocked reactions or anything to the dialogue are not because I'm like, you know, boring the game or anything like that. The content warnings were very, very clear. No way. That kind of thing only exists in fiction, right? Well, lucky you, Yandere. Fiction. There's no way he could have. He didn't. Alright. Alright, for the sake of YouTube, we're gonna do the safer option. You're starting to feel warm and woozy. Yeah, let's be real, yeah? I think you and I both know that I didn't go to all the trouble for coming here for just a high five. You want a high 10, right? Both hands? You look like you're starting to feel it already. I guess that means we can get started. Right? Wait, stop, His lips pressed chastely against your closed mouth at first, lingering against you soft and slow for what seems like forever until he eventually pulls back. I missed you, Yandere. He's just impossible to resist. The wet softness of his mouth contrasts so starkly with the hardness of his everywhere else. It's incredibly addictive. You're completely powerless to resist him. And don't think that I'm not mad at you. Yeah, you seem furious. Shut the hell up, asshole. What is his problem? Hey, don't be shy. It's just the drugs, right? No way you'd ever enjoy this, right? The teasing lilt in his voice is bordering on obnoxious. You said it. You groaned into his open mouth. His tongue slips between your lips again, cutting off your half-hearted protests. Oh, it feels good. So good. Man, I'm so happy, Yandere. His voice is low and dreamy. His words more incidental than particularly meant for you to hear. Holding you like this? You startle as a huge palm plants itself squarely in the small of your back, drawing you impossibly closer to your captor. Kiss me again. You're too much far too gone to do anything but gladly oblige. Every press of your lips against his own makes him shiver with pleasure, even though he's trying and failing to hide it. His whole huge body feels impossibly close, pressed up against you and enveloping you in his warmth and strength. His big strong hand feels good, smoothing over your hair, your shoulders, your neck, drawing you closer than you thought possible. Closer and closer and closer. Closer and closer. His grip is shaky with pleasure even in its firmness, hesitant and nervous, almost as though he can't quite believe that he's touching something real. That this is really happening. That you're really here in his arms at last. That's nice. You groan out indulgently, feeling his whole body jolt against you as the sound leaves your lips. The warm wetness of his open mouth against your own is impossible to resist. His tongue is intoxicatingly soft and slippery, almost unbelievably gentle as it slicks over your moistened lower lip. Still a little nervous despite everything that came before. You open your mouth eagerly in invitation, wanting to feel his clumsy kisses more. He seems overwhelmingly keen to oblige, the last traces of hesitancy fading away and giving way to pure need. His cheek is rough and scratchy against yours, but it only serves to draw attention to the softness of his parted lips. The taste of nicotine on his tongue is as sharp as ever, but you don't dislike it at all as his acrid saliva floods your mouth. It tastes like him. A taste you've gotten used to in the short time you've spent together. A taste that's surprisingly easy to find yourself craving. It feels incredible, but it's still nowhere near enough. Both of your hands reach up to the back of his neck, pulling him in by the hard mass of his well-developed traps through the soft cotton of his jacket. The feeling of the solid muscle against your hand sends a shiver right through your body. He's so strong, so powerful that you can't help but be filled with a sense of safety and warmth just by being close to him. As long as you can stay on his good side. This is scary. Oh, he's terrifying. You push the thought out of your mind. It doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. Nothing else but the feeling of his mouth against yours. You could just stay like this for a million years and not get tired of it. Oh my god. His waist is so small. This makes me so happy, Yandere. You turn your eyes up at him, his pretty features clouded by a deep flush that betrays the need he's feeling right now. Holding you in my arms, feeling how soft and obedient you are for me. No, your protest is quiet and insincere. It's not me. That's not right. When he puts it like that, it's not me. It isn't. His voice is syrupy with fake concern, but the mocking tone is full of affection. Sure looked like you were having fun, kissing me all by yourself a couple minutes ago, love. You know what I meant. What about the... He lets you trail off defeatedly, waiting for you to finish before bursting into uproarious laughter. Oh, baby, you're so funny. Wait, you honestly thought that a truth serum love potion was a real thing? You sure must read a lot of manga, love. What I injected you with was just vitamin B solution. Did you just placebo me? That was all you, Angel. I mean, he could be lying. What? No, wait. What? Felt good? You got all hot and weak and needy in my arms. I know you did. It was great, Yandere. But I can promise you that all I gave you was a vitamin injection. I just needed you to give yourself permission to enjoy yourself and cut loose a little is all. Besides, even if it was real, you really think a guy like me could make truth serum? I'm a warehouse assistant, not a chemist. Christ. Come on, Yandere. God, do you want me to prove it to you? I'm pretty sure I still got the script for it in my jacket somewhere. It's not possible. There's no way. Your voice is softer than before, whispery with shame. Isn't it so much better like this, though? You're like this for me, 'cause you really love me. Not 'cause of some stupid drug. That makes you feel like the luckiest guy in the world. It can't be. Those feelings, that was just him. All that time. Your face burns with shame, but you don't try to move away. It's disgusting. The things he's saying make you embarrassed and disgusted by yourself for the first time. Can you imagine how horrifically violating this all feels? He must notice the tears prickling in your eyes because he takes it upon himself to comfort you all the more. Oh, baby. As a main character, not him. Oh, sweetheart. Don't you love me too? I think what we have is really, really special, Yandere. Don't you think so? No, you definitely don't. For starters, you basically just met the guy, not to mention your present circumstances. You definitely don't love him. But still, there's something there underneath it all. A little spark of something warm and you hate it. Hate that he's right about everything. Hate that you somehow can't help but feel a growing warmth deep in your chest in response to the softness of his mouth against yours. Hate how soft and sweet your voice sounds and the weak little groans leaking from your lips. Hate that you actually liked having something to blame it on. It would be better if you could be disgusted by him. Don't worry, love. You don't need to be afraid. Just relax and enjoy it. Indignant tears flow hot and salty down your cheeks. It's disgusting. It's all so disgusting. Disgusting and just plain unfair. A raw sob rips from your throat, filling the air with the frustration you're feeling. Oh, don't cry, baby. His voice is thick and rich with mocking concern, as though he isn't aware that he's entirely responsible for the fact that you're crying in the first place. I don't want to make you sad, baby. I want to make you happy. See? A singular gloved finger slaps tenderly over your cheeks, smearing your tears around uselessly. It's a totally useless gesture, and still, somehow, it makes you smile despite yourself. Eddie notices instantly, responding in kind with a wavering grin. Hey, it's alright. Yandere, I know this can't be easy. Doing what's best is really hard sometimes, but I want you to try and trust me, okay? How the hell am I going to do that? It's gonna be okay. I promise. It'll be like ripping off a bandage, you know? When he whispers it low and sweet like that, you're almost tempted to believe him. Hey, look at me. For some reason, you do. Hi. Please, go away. You were very pretty at first, but now you're very scary. You're still very pretty. Hey, Yandere, you look like you use some shut-eye. It's still nighttime, you know? All of a sudden, you seem to realize how right he is. An intense wave of fatigue seems to wash over you, starting in the tips of your toes and filling you up like flowing cement. You suddenly find yourself far more heavy and weighed down than you had just a moment ago. That sound good? Yeah, whatever. At this point, you're kind of just past having the energy to question things at all. Nothing makes sense anymore. At least if you're asleep, you won't have to think about any of this. You slump down onto the duvet wordlessly, allowing your heavy eyelids to flutter closed. Eddie positions himself awkwardly at the end of the bed, obviously not knowing quite what to do with himself. He's like a stray cat. Nighty-night, Yandere. Good night, Eddie. Horrifying. I wonder what's gonna happen next. You have no idea how many hours have passed when your consciousness resurfaces. The space on the nightstand when your alarm clock usually sits seems to have been cleared bare, for God knows what sort of screwed up reason. The heavy weight of the metal collar around your neck serves as a harsh reminder of the situation you're in, but your captor is nowhere to be seen. You're torn. Your first instinct is to feel relief. Your relationship with Eddie has been complicated so far, to put it lightly. It's nice to have a moment to yourself, a tiny amount of respite. The moment passes, as does the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. He's nowhere to be heard. You strain your ears trying to make out any trace of footfalls. A TV, a coffee machine, anything at all. There's nothing. You're completely and utterly alone. You exhale, letting out a long sigh of exhaustion. Every part of your body hurts. The heavy weight of the collar still wrapped around your neck has given you an unpleasantly stiff back. And your stomach hurts too. For other reasons. You frown, settling into your stiffness. Eddie's apparent absence gives you no chance of any distraction from the low thrum of pain. Eddie? Still nothing. Did he really leave? Is he gone? There's no way, surely. You don't dare to hope that it's over, not yet. He left you like this for a reason, didn't he? He's planning on coming back. Isn't he? Isn't he? Surely he's coming back. He has to be. A faint rustling at the front door makes you snap bolt upright, but you slump back down when you realize that it was only the mailman. Why did that disappoint you? It's because you need Eddie to come back and unlock your restraints, that's why. That's the reason. He's really not here, is he? You can only reasonably listen for the footsteps of someone collecting mail for a couple of minutes before you give up hope. Eddie? He wouldn't leave you like this. He wouldn't. He couldn't. You sit up again, slower this time, doing your best not to make the ache in your shoulders any worse. Okay, that's it. You bend back and stretch into a deep yawn, alleviating a little of the soreness. That's better. Okay, let's see. You're able to sit up pretty comfortably even with the collar on. And the chain is short, too short to afford you the room to actually leave the bed, but not so short that you're prevented from sitting upright. And damn it, you never should have picked out the stupid bed frame. You still remember the day you chose it? The reason you picked it out of all the others. Cheeks flushed with heated embarrassment when you took it to the counter to have it rung up, as though the salesman could somehow know that you were already fantasizing about tying a cute guy to the cold metal hardwood and having your way with him. To think that the severe metal and solid oak you chose would end up being your own cage after all. But you curse your own pervertedness a little. You really had to bolt it to the wall too, didn't you? Now that you think about it, a bed frame like this is basically an invitation to get yourself chained to it. You're not bringing it when you move. If you get the chance, a doubtful little jab right at the bottom of your mind exactly where you wanted to ignore. No, you can't afford to panic now. When you move, which you will, all you have to do is play the smart. Eddie will come back. And when he does, you glance around your bedroom, eyes lingering on the violated dresser drawer left yawning open. If only you hidden that blade more carefully, you wouldn't even be in this position. There's no point in crying over spilt milk. Is there anything else around here that you could use? You can still reach the drawer if you stretch. Let's take a look inside. Damn it, there's nothing in here. That seems like it could help you get free. Dang, I mean, there's a game console. He saw all of this. You can't really say you're all that surprised. Eddie is as meticulous as you give him credit for. Yank. Tugging at the chain only serves to make it clink annoyingly against the metal bed frame. He's been too careful. Too careful to give you a chance. You grow tired of the metal clanking and scraping after a few more minutes of uselessly trying to shake yourself free, slumping back down against the pillows. Give it up. This isn't going to happen. How could you have been so stupid? You knew that leaving a spare key out in this day and age was practically asking for trouble. Is that what we did? I mean, he came in through the window. That would never have happened if you just... Who are you kidding? You can't seriously be blaming yourself right now. It is not your fault. Like, you had no idea that the guy that you were talking to and interested in turned out to be like that? Seriously? No, it's all his fault. Even if you're the one who left that key out. Even if you're the one who somehow didn't even notice yourself being stalked for months on end. Even if it's not your fault. Is it? It can't be. Can it? Can it? It is not your fault. Oh, I feel so bad for MC. 1,000 thoughts swirl around your mind. Guilt and blame entwining themselves amongst the intense fear you're feeling. No, this isn't useful or productive right now. You have to focus on how to get free. Being left alone with your thoughts like this isn't helping. Think. You think, and think, and think, and think, and think. There's nothing. Nothing at all. You didn't leave a single thing that you could use to get yourself out of here. Nothing sharp to pick the padlock. Nothing heavy to defend yourself with. No phone to call for help. You're trapped here completely defenseless. Wet, hopeless tears begin to swell in your eyes. It's no good. This is it. Completely at his mercy if and when he ever decides to come back for you. Eddie, you call out one last time. It's a quiet, insincere plea. Like your voice knew how to give up before your heart did. When did he go? He wouldn't leave you like this, would he? Even if he did, someone would notice you're gone. Right? You're not scheduled for any actually important meetings until Thursday. Nearly a week from now. But surely the neighbors would pay you absolutely no attention no matter what. Exactly as you've mutually been doing since the day you moved in here. There has to be someone. There has to be, right? He's the only one. The only one that knows where you are. The only one that's coming to save you. Eddie, your voice practically drops to a whisper at the moment you resign yourself to your fate. And you break. Eddie? Hot choking tears begin to stream down your face. Eddie, come back. Please, You plead as loudly as you can manage through the snivels and sobs. Voice raspy and raw from crying for what feels like hours by now. Is he ever coming back? Eddie! Oh, poor MC. It's useless. He's gone. And he left you all alone. You're not sure how many hours pass when your eyes finally dry up. Your cheeks and nose are red raw and burning. And your throat feels like you swallowed a bowl of barbed wire. You don't feel any better than earlier. You just run out of tears to cry. You run out of everything. The only thing left to do is lay there and wait. Wait for your body to give up and die laying here all alone. Wait for him to come back and use you however he likes. Which one would be worse? You don't want to answer that question. You already know the answer you give. Think about Eddie. We'll do the cry one for the other ending. He was so crude, but at the same time, there was a delicacy to his actions. Was there? The way he touched you clumsily, but at the same time like he was scared you might break. Handling you the way he'd handle something precious. You think back, trying to recall the night that the two of you first met. Really first met. No matter how hard you try, your memories of the party are too vague and disjointed to make sense of. You don't remember much about what happened. Only that you're woken up the next morning with a killer hangover and an unexplainable self-satisfied grin plastered across your face, left over from the night before. You flush a new embarrassment recalling the events as Eddie had recounted them. Are you seriously the kind of person who does stuff like that? No matter how much you might have had to drink? For a start, that sounds like a flat-out dangerous thing to do. I mean, like, genuinely, Eddie could be lying, because we don't know. Dangerous. You groan. Yeah, real dangerous. You better be careful next time. Unless you grab the wrong unsuspecting victim and win yourself a big bad stalker. He really likes you a lot, doesn't he? And there's something kind of weirdly sweet about it. You must be really starting to go crazy thinking things like that. Yeah, that is definitely Stockholm Syndrome sinking in. You better do something to take your mind off things fast before you lose it for real. We're gonna have to pick sleep. You close your eyes, slumping down into the bedding. It doesn't take long for you to tumble back into a blanket of dreamless sleep. You good, Yinny? And the world that fades into view is unfortunately the same strange one that you left here. You're equal parts scared and relieved to meet the eyes of the now familiar face looming over you. Oh good, you're up. 5 more minutes? Hey, come on. You grin sleepily and reality started to set in for real. I hope you had a happy dream. I didn't dream about anything. Oh, well that's better than the nightmare at least. What kind of small talk is this? Yeah, I guess so. So, What? Sorry, I just... You look so cute and sleepy and soft. I keep forgetting to finish my sentences. I really should have left you to sleep a little longer, Jeez. It would have sounded sweet if you weren't actually acutely aware of exactly what he was implying. No, you shouldn't have. No, but please don't tell me any more. You must have been lonely, huh? I heard you crying. God, it was so hot. You have no idea. You freak! You would never dream of admitting it, but he's right. You were. Yeah, I suppose so. Really? You really miss me? I'm not sure I'd go that far. No, Yiddy. I know you wouldn't be mad at me, because you understand me, don't you? You understand why I have to do this? That's not true. Come on, you don't have to hold back. It makes me really happy that you're so understanding. Because you love me a lot, don't you? You did miss me, right? I'm so happy you were to see me when you woke up. It's true that you were relieved in a way, but I'm glad you missed me, Yinny. Because I missed you too. You're not quite sure about anything right now, but, well, maybe you really lost it because he isn't even wrong. Somehow. Say, you want to smoke? Thanks, I could do with one. His random choice looks to be a little harsher than your usual preference. But right now you're glad for the extra nicotine and the minute act of chivalry. Your own pack had been left untouched in the nightstand. But you've been too stressed out to even remember to have one before falling asleep. You're sure you're alright with these? I know you don't normally smoke reds, but... Thanks, I'd like to try one. This brand reminds me of stealing my uncle's cigs as a kid. I'd always get a coughing fit from how strong they are, but beggars can't be choosers. Your uncle? Not the most flattering comparison, perhaps? I meant it in a nostalgic way. Because I'm only just nearly 30, you know? That's barely even 3 decades old. Your uncle's probably at least a bit older than me. Right? Clearly he did not take that reference well. Yes, idiot. Like twice your age. They're just nostalgic for me, that's all. You can unclench... Oh, that's... good. How old exactly does he think that you are? You must be hungry now, right? You resist the urge to comment. It's already getting to be light outside. I guess so. How long was I asleep exactly anyway? Oh, right. I forgot you don't have a clock anymore. I didn't want you getting worried about the time, see? Bring it back. The fact that he's removed the clock is so fucked up. Because now I don't know how many days I've been here or how many hours, and that is going to drive me insane. Can I have it back? No, but don't worry, you can just ask me. Why not? Not like it would actually provide much utility by the way of a weapon. Don't worry about it, just trust me. That sounds like the worst possible thing you could do. But you don't really suppose you can have a say in the matter. Oh, don't give me that face. Fine, I guess I can at least tell you that it's already Sunday. There's already been a whole day. Is that a good or bad thing? Right? Time really flies. Not what you meant, but... I'm not much one for cooking, but maybe I can figure out that filter coffee machine of yours at least. Sound good? It does. That sounds great, actually. Yeah, great. Let me go take a look. You can, just wait here, I guess. I guess so. Yeah. Although, now that you mention it... You mentioned it, you mean? Or whatever. Well, you've been a good girl for me. If you promise you won't try anything funny, I've actually got a proposition for you. Oh? You have a terrible feeling about this. Have you ever had a pet, Yinny? He cuts you off before you get the chance to answer. Actually, I know that you haven't. Sorry, I don't know why I asked. How? Well, anyway, You know about them, right? I know about pets. Yes? Good, good. Where are you going with this? Don't rush me, hell. I'm trying to word it right. Well, just spit it out. Ugh. Not that you'd ever entertain the idea of saying yes to whatever ridiculous thing he's about to offer you, but you'd rather at least know. Well, I can't keep you here forever, you know. I'm glad you realize. Let me out. I'm tied up here like this at home? Not that you don't look really freaking hot like that, but it's not gonna work, you know? Where is he going with this exactly? Eddie, just ask me, okay? The worst I can say is no. Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, so I was thinking, you can't stay here forever, you know? But I can't let you run away and get lost either. There's so many dangerous things out there. You're so small and weak. Hey, what the hell? Maybe compared to him, but almost anyone could be. Sorry, I didn't mean to be a dick about it. I worry about you, Yandere. What if I lose you? The bad feeling is only getting worse with every new line of exposition. I could never let that happen to you. So, what if there could be a way that I could always know where you are, even if you're outside? You want to put a tracker on my phone or something? I mean, that's actually a pretty normal thing to do nowadays, you know? Is it? You hardly relish the idea, but it doesn't sound terrible in exchange for your freedom back. I guess you did say you'd buy me a new one, right? Right. Your phone. No, you're not. The thing about phones is that, well, what if it gets lost? Damaged? What if it gets thrown away? You are not putting the tracker in me, under my skin. How about something a little safer than a phone? You wouldn't mind, Yandere, would you? You're not serious. I'm totally serious. That is messed up. You might not believe me because I messed with you earlier, but this is totally real. Inside it, there's a microchip. Like the kind people put in their pets. Dude! If you let me put one inside, if you let me put one in, I won't have to keep you all cooped up in our bedroom forever. Our bedroom? This is my bedroom. Ow! Seriously? So you can track me anywhere I go? That, you are screwed up. No way, that's awful. It's not dangerous, I promise. It's not about dangerous. But it'll make your life a lot easier if you just play nice and corporate. Why couldn't you have just texted me? I was already interested in you. You could have asked me out to coffee. You can't seriously think I would consider this, can you? Well, it's true that isn't ideal. In an ideal world, I'd never let you out of my sight ever, ever, ever. But this is the next best thing. If you let me put this in, I will unchain you right now. And I won't make you wear that thing again. Not unless you want to. All you have to do is say yes. It's not dangerous, I promise. But, is this a trick question? He'd really let you go. If he's telling you the truth, the stakes aren't small, but frankly, you don't seem like you have many other options to turn to. Not anymore, at least. Could this be? Is it a bargain worth taking? The weight of the heavy collar would be nice to get rid of, not to mention everything else. But the idea of intentionally handing over first-class privileges to a guy like this feels like one of the stupidest things you could possibly do. Maybe you could accept it for now and then get rid of it later? Oh, before you answer, just know that this one isn't a regular RFID chip. It comes with insurance. Insurance? Not that I think you'd ever try anything funny, but, messing with it or trying to take it out will, well, how should I put this? Blow it up? Like it'll literally make your head blow up. I don't want that. You ever seen... I don't know what that is. What the hell? Yeah, sorry. We use them sometimes at my night job. It's kind of barbaric, but if it works, it works. What the hell? That kind of thing really exists. I know, right? It sounds like some ridiculous contraption made up by a flimsy excuse of an author to fill up an obviously potential plot hole, but it's a real thing. And damn, who knew? The fourth wall break is funny. It really does sound like that. I sure hope I never had the misfortune of reading anything written by such a talentless hack. Except the difference is that the developer and writer of this is not a talentless hack, because this is a very well-written horror story so far. Yeah, tell me about it. Oh, now that we got that cleared up. What'll it be? Dude, I will accept and refuse on the next ending. Okay, seriously? Oh, I knew you'd understand. I'm so relieved. Don't get the wrong idea. I only said yes so that you agreed to untie me, so... Right, sure. Because you're totally not in love with me at all, right? That's right. It's still way too early for this to be Stockholm Syndrome, so you must really be serious. No, I'm really happy. I think you're getting a little carried away. Let's get it over with then. Oh my god. Okay. What kind of expression is that? Is that it? Yep, all done. You were so brave for me. That's so messed up. Now I just can't go anywhere. Well, I can, but he'll always know. That just robs MC of like all the what little autonomy that they had. Although I wouldn't have hated it if you cried a little. Truthfully, it didn't hurt much at all. For something that you're already sure is going to change your life in ways you can't even imagine it didn't hurt at all. Really, the shot that sealed your fate just felt like a flu shot. What a pity that this one doesn't seem like it was another bluff. It didn't hurt, so why do your cheeks feel wet? Oh, Yinny. Hey, don't cry. No, I take it back, jeez. Oh, my poor little Yinny. I really love your crying face. I want to kick him. So bad. Don't look at me like that, Yinny. This is gonna make everything so much easier, I promise. He isn't even trying to hide the condescension in his voice. If you say so. Come here, come here. Oh, there. Hey, don't cry. Don't cry. It's gonna be alright, baby. Somehow, you believe it. You couldn't explain it if you tried, but despite everything, he's right. It's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. I don't know about that. I'm kind of scared. 1 year later. Hey, didn't expect you up at this time. He's still here. And didn't wake you coming home, did I? No, I couldn't sleep. Good day at work? Of course. Every day is a good day when I get to come home to my beautiful little wife. It sounds a little easy to please if you ask me. 1 a cup and still real hot. Sure, thanks. How was your day, sweetheart? Oh, you know, nothing crazy. Did some laundry, washed my hair. Oh, and I got brisket on discount when I was at the supermarket. I was thinking of doing it Julia Child style, you know, with those yellow carrots you like. Oh yeah? That's great, love. You can tell that the uneventful recount went in 1 ear and out the other, but you don't mind. Your husband works hard for the two of you, so you can't be mad if he's a little out of it after a long night shift. After you took an extended leave of absence to focus on your writing late last year, he's had to provide for the both of you. Luckily, he's a generous guy. Anyone would think that your decades-early retirement was his idea. The lease is in his name now, so he handles most of the financial stuff anyway. Your landlord has actually been thrilled to be approached by the transfer. Who would ever think to question a shotgun marriage when the groom in question is willing and able to pay back all the arrears apparently accrued by his deadbeat spouse and then some? Honestly, it seemed like just what you needed. The Stockholm Syndrome is just fully set in. You're free to use the money in your shared account too, naturally, providing it's for the good of the household and carefully accounted for. Don't forget to grab the receipt. You're looking prettier than ever lately, honey. Have you been doing those home workouts again? Yeah. You're so observant that it still takes you aback sometimes. Good work, I'm proud of you. Think you can beat me in an arm wrestle yet? No. It'll make it worth your while. Shut up, idiot. Don't be stupid. I'm deadly serious. Better watch my shit or else my big strong wife might start showing me who's the real boss around here, Yeah, I wish I could do that. Come on, Yiddy, don't be a coward. You roll your eyes. It's already a little obvious to both of you that you don't have a shot in hell, but he can be such a little kid sometimes. Fine, 1 round. You absolute abominable man-child. Sweet, get ready to eat shit. Uh-huh. Predictably, his enormous hand slams yours down into the table within 2 seconds flat. He doesn't release it, though. Holding your smaller digits down clamped to the table afterwards. You couldn't consider letting me win, really. Nuh-uh, baby. Gotta worry about my pride. How else am I gonna be your man if I can't even beat you in an arm wrestle, Since when is that a rule? Since always. Anyway, what's my prize? Who said anything about a prize? I think we had an agreement in place. First time hearing of it. Nah, come on. We totally did. Why didn't you refresh me on that? I'm sure I can think of something. Well, if you want, I was gonna say that we can watch anything you want to in the whole entire world. Even if I personally think it's something super boring and lame, so... What'd you have in mind? If you want, I was gonna go down for like the next 10 hours or so. Uh-huh. Is that so? You're such an idiot, you know that? Many would disagree. They'd be as bad as you are. Not sure it still counts as your prize if you get the same thing either way. It counts. Oh dear. Yeah, he sure is doing the thing. He pauses, lifting his head slightly to take a long drag from his cigarette, overindulging, letting the smoke curl out in a soft swirl. Come on. He smiles warmly, an amused glint in his dark eyes. There's amusement, but also something else there. Something somehow soft and mean all at once and so like him. His fake innocent questioning sound doesn't do anything to hide the wide grin on his pretty face. Your prayers go unanswered, of course. Not good enough for you, Angel? Hold me like that, jeez. Why not? It's embarrassing. Your brows furrow in familiar frustration. Why does he have to do this every time? Don't be silly, sweetheart. I'm your husband after all. That means every single part of you belongs to me. No? Stop messing around. Eddie, his name leaks out as a whine, practically a hiss. Please what? Please. Just do it. God, I'll never get tired of hearing that. He drops his cigarette into the overstuffed ashtray on the nightstand. Kiss me. I want you, Eddie. Oh, now that's just not fair, Yiddy. You know I can't resist when you look at me like that. Like that? Damn. You knew I married such a quick shot. We're married now? Are we actually legit married? Come on then. Give me a good one. You're good at that. Hey, I need a break. You say something, babe? his eyes narrow in a teasing smirk. He's exactly as smug as usual. He beams up at you, pretty features stretching out into the indecent sleazy grin that you know so well by now. He isn't giving you the space to object. Not even a second to breathe. Atta girl. A dreamy sigh floats out of you into the blissful spinning room. That was exactly what you needed. That's my girl. Alright, I really need... You trail off, but he already understands. You're so good for me, Yinny. Well, I'm glad you seem to think so. I love you so much. I love you too, idiot. You know you can say it without forcing me to arm wrestle you into bed first, you know? I mean, for starters. You raise your left hand and waggle the modestly adorned ring finger in his dumbstruck face. You really married down in the intelligence department, it seems. That's alright though. He has other talents. Yeah, you're right. Jeez, you're so kind to me. If you ever divorce me, I'll kill you and then myself right away. What? I promise. Don't do that. You need to not say stuff like that out loud. Sorry, I didn't mean it. I should hope not. Well, it's okay, because it'll never happen, right? Of course it won't, idiot. It's a good thing you're pretty. He is pretty. I just wish he would have texted me like a normal person. Oh, you really think I'm pretty, Yinny? How did I ever get this lucky? It might be the weirdest guy you've ever met, but you ask yourself the same question sometimes. Love end, ending 1 out of 3. Alright, we are gonna get the other 2 endings as well. So let's go and do that. Alright, we are back here, and this time we picked majority negative choices. And then this time we're gonna refuse. Sure, getting untied would be nice, but there's just no way in this world you could ever accept a deal like that, even if he isn't telling the truth about that ridiculous secondary feature. Giving a guy like this a front row access to your entire life sounds like the worst thing you could do. Yes, it does. You have to play the long game and find another way to get out. I won't take it. Seriously? You'd rather lay there chained to the bed forever than let me put one measly piece of metal in you? Come on, it's totally safe. That doesn't sound like the first bit safe. I knew I shouldn't mention that stuff. Look, I know it sounds gross. Oh, this music is like intense, but that almost never happens with them. As long as you don't try anything funny, it's gonna be just fine. Absolutely not. There's no way in hell I'm letting you do this, not in a billion years. You're really sure? Really, really sure? Yes! What the hell is wrong with you? Literally, what kind of person would have ever said yes? You think I have a death wish? Okay. I get it, alright. I'm sorry I asked. Good. It's alright. As long as you understand. I understand, Yinny. I hoped it wouldn't come to this, but oh my god, no. Damn it! I mean, it's not like I was ever actually gonna give you a choice. I'm disappointed. I was hoping you already fell in love with me, you know? But I can see that I'm gonna need to try a little harder first. Don't worry. It's not gonna hurt. You'll thank me for this someday. You're gonna be real glad. Hold still a sec, will ya? A massive gloved hand slams down the center of your chest, pinning you like a butterfly. It's no good. The weight of his huge frame doesn't even allow you to dream of putting up a fight. Alright, there we go. There's my good girl. See, that wasn't so hard. Ah, don't be mad at me. You'll be glad that we did this soon, Yinny. Promise. His smile is wide and warm and sinister, but his dark eyes are eerily empty. Crap. You don't have time to contemplate this any longer. If you don't do something fast, this guy is seriously gonna ruin your entire life. Okay, think. It might be too late to avoid the tracker, but you hardly love the idea, but the one other way to escape does come to mind. One and only one, the worst possible solution. Kill him? Worst, but best too, you suppose? Given the situation, you don't have a choice about this. Do you? Oh, Yinny. Now we can finally be together forever. I'm so happy. Yeah. Me too. You replied tersely, barely willing to even lie about it for the sake of your freedom. He doesn't deserve to hear those words. Not from you. Not now and not ever. But you don't have a choice. You're only going to get one shot at this. He's far too careful to mess up twice. Even if he seems to have built little trust now that you're all nicely tagged for him like a pet animal. It's going to be a long shot, but you have to try. You can't not. Well, you promised, right? You strain to put on the flirtiest voice you can manage, lifting the chain at your collar hopefully in his direction. He will, won't he? Just like he promised. Of course he will. Right. Well, I guess it's fair. Just don't try anything funny, you promise? I promise. You don't even bother crossing your fingers, and feeling the weight of the heavy metal chain lifted from your shoulders soothes you instantly. Feel good? Sorry about that before, but now that I know I can keep you safe wherever you go, I don't need to do anything like that. I'm glad. It feels good. You'd roll your shoulders comfortably, the much-needed stretch loosening your stiff joints at last. Good to hear. His sentence trails off awkwardly, followed up by a sheepish wavering smile. Somehow, he really does seem to care about you in his own kind of messed up way. It's even possible that he really does think he loves you. He certainly talks like it. It doesn't matter though. Love or whatever it is, this isn't a kind of love that you could ever want to hold. Well, no use dwelling on it at all. Whether your plan succeeds or not, you aren't gonna have him worry about anymore. Or potentially anything else, but you'd rather not think too much about that part. Time to give it your best shot. You yawn loudly and fakely, hoping he won't catch on to the act. He yawns back, mouth wide open, gold crowns spark in the light. You're sleepy again already. Ah, it's been a long day for you, hasn't it? His low voice is syrupy with paternalistic love that makes you want to bath. I guess we'll think about turning in, hmm? I like that. Some part of you really does like the idea of curling up in his big arms even after everything. Maybe in another lifetime, maybe never. You have something more important to do right now. Shockingly, it doesn't take much convincing at all to get him laid up in bed with you and ready to curl up to sleep. He did say that he had a long day, but come to think of it, he hasn't slept once since the first night he arrived. Unless he managed to sneak in a nap while you weren't looking, that is. You glance over at him, noticing for the first time how his handsome face has gradually grown hollow by pitch-black under-eyes and sunken cheeks. He really must be exhausted. Good! All this time because of you. For some reason, the side of his pretty face stretched out into that soft, sleepy smile makes your heart swell. Come here, sweetheart. He pats the center of his broad chest invitingly. He really does look warm. Warm and solid and strong. And so in love with you that drove him to actions that you can only rightly call pure insanity. You frown. This is no time for pity. Or other feelings. You don't need to make this harder for yourself by dwelling on complicated things. He falls asleep in mere minutes, sprawled out and snoring in a way that makes you smile fondly despite yourself. He looks so much softer like this, like a big overexcited puppy who wore himself out by playing too hard. You can't help but give his pretty sleeping smile one last longing glance before you get ready to depart. If only he could have been more like this during the day, then maybe the two of you could have. Don't get distracted. He's not your boyfriend. He's not even your friend. He's just a stranger. That's all. Just a strange mistake. The key to your collar from earlier isn't anywhere to be readily found. Not that you'd expected him to make it that easy for you. At the very least, you're able to drape the thick chain itself around his neck. It won't hold him for long, but it'll stall him, hopefully, for a few crucial extra seconds that you could really use. There's no denying that in a contest of physical strength, you don't stand a ghost of a chance, but you can't just abide by the fact of not giving escape an honest last try. At the end of it all, isn't it better to jump straight in than be slowly boiled alive? That is so true. I hope MC escapes. You think that you'd think so if you're a frog. Time to give it your worst. You're surprised again by how easily you managed to slip out of his heavy embrace and down the hallway to the kitchen. He really was that exhausted. Okay, let's see. Thankfully, you find what you're looking for quickly. You probably never thought you'd get the chance to sneak away like this and pill for anything sharp for yourself. Didn't think you'd get the chance, or trusted that you wouldn't. Believed in you. Even now he still does. A part of you feels bad for planning on betraying him in such a brutal way. This isn't helping. You're only doing what you have to, yes. And that is get the hell out. He's the one that chose this. When he shot that awful tracker into you, tying you together forever no matter what. He's the one that chose this. He made you choose this. He did, didn't he? It's too late to back out now. You grab hold of the biggest knife left in the drawer and carefully slide it shut again before tiptoeing back to the bedroom. It's now or never, right? Oh god, this is making me nervous. You can't do shit like this sober. Not that alcohol would help with matters. Huh? You should have known it was never going to be easy. Yinny? What are you doing? What? You don't have time to think about this before you lose your nerve. Before you lose your chance. The blade pierces his gut with a sick slapping sound. There's more resistance than you expected. Is it always like this, or is it just him? You don't plan on making a habit of this, but Yinny, I had no idea. You don't say anything to answer him. You can't. Not even if you wanted to. Yinny. Why? Why do you think? I'm sorry, Eddie, What have you done? It's not too late to call the hospital, it's... Oh god, I'm sorry, He looks so much smaller all of a sudden. Bent double in pain like this. The sight makes your heart ache. What have you done? Eddie, give me your phone. I'll call the hospital. I think he's faking it and he's gonna stab... He's absolute. Look at his face. You're really gonna stab me in the gut to say sorry about it? My woman's a real idiot, huh? Eddie, I'm sorry, don't even worry about it, sweetheart. Barely even hurts. Trust. Besides, you should run right now. I'm the one that's sorry. No, Wait, huh? Why are you saying... 'Cause of this. This doesn't make his actions okay. But it's wild that for a brief second he cries when he does it. He so firmly believes in his conviction. He genuinely doesn't think he's doing anything wrong. That is so scary. Hey, we lived. finally. I'm so glad you're finally awake. Oh, it's me, Holly. From next door. Oh, of course. My bad's still kind of, you gesture feebly to your bandaged abdomen. Yeah, no, of course. I'm just glad you're okay. Me too. The last thing you remember is the tears sparkling in Eddie's eye before everything went black. Well, I hope Eddie never comes back. Jeez, that must have been so scary. Do you think that strange man managed to escape too? He did? He was okay. Yeah. Holly frowned sympathetically. I called the police when I heard the struggle last night, but by the time anyone showed up here, it was all they could do to get you here. She gestures vaguely around at the hospital room. But geez, how frightening. Home invasion's so scary, right? Yeah, no kidding. Do you think there are some weirdos out there who even fantasize about it? About getting violated by some big, strong, bad man who invades the sanctuary of your house, mind, body, and soul? Being reduced to a mere animalistic lust as he roughly takes whatever he wants without any mercy? Yeah. I think you, Holly, I think you might be reading too much romantasy. I mean, that sounds terrible. Yeah, how frightening. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be perfectly safe now. Doc said your wounds were only minor, so you should be able to head home as soon as you're checked out. Isn't that great? Whoever stabbed you must have been pretty practiced to manage to miss every major organ like that, huh? Either that or you just got real lucky. Well, yeah. I sure did. Just as Holly said, you were cleared for release a few hours later. Time to head back home, though calling it that doesn't feel quite right anymore. You arrive home to your flat the same way you left it, but you're not sure this place is gonna feel the same anymore. It might not feel like it, but it is. Everything's the same as it ever was. Everything except one thing, that is. A neatly folded note sits proudly in the center of your desk, eagerly waiting to be opened. Somehow it seems like it's practically sweating with anticipation. You have a pretty good idea who left a thing like this here. Whatever. At this point, what have you got to lose? Sorry about stabbing you, Lamau. Can you call when you're not mad at me anymore, yeah? I'll take you on that date you wanted and... Really? And screw you so nice when we get home that you're never mad at me again. The last part's a promise, babe. Here's this number. Big dog. I'm not calling you. You roll your eyes, crumpling up the note and tossing it at the wastepaper basket. Somehow the apology was so bad that you'd rather he didn't say anything at all. Whatever. Somehow something tells you that you haven't seen the last of that idiot. For better or for worse. Great, that's terrible. Hate to end. Kind of the best one, I guess, because we managed to escape. Alright, we have one more to grab. So, let's go do that. This should be the last ending, so for this one, you have to get an equal amount of good and bad choices. A massive gloved hand slams down the center of your chest, pinning you like a butterfly. It's no good. The weight of his huge frame doesn't even allow you to dream of putting up a fight. Alright, there we go. That's my good girl. See, that wasn't so hard. Don't be mad at me. You'll be glad we did this soon, Yinny. Promise. His smile is wide and warm and sinister, but his dark eyes are eerily empty. And this is all wrong. No matter how hard he tries to sugarcoat it, at the end of the day, isn't this way too messed up? Oh, I can't believe you just did that to me. Your hand flies up in the direction of his face with a mind of its own. Slap. Hey! Damn it, Yinny, that kind of hurt. That's the point. Good. Oh, you deserve 50 of those. What are you playing at, Eddie? Who does this? Yinny, I really thought you'd be cool with it, you know. Really? You kind of seemed like you were is all. And how could I be cool with any of this, jackass? You're hard to understand, Yinny. One minute seems like you're all interested, but the next second you're slapping me upside the head. What is it that you want? Tell me, I want to give it to you. Not what you've been doing in the last day or so. I really mean it. Whenever you need to feel comfortable, Yinny. Oh, really? What do you need from me? I don't even know what I want anymore. Your shouts gradually die into silence. The tears you've been expecting don't seem like they're gonna come. It's not like you're sad or happy or angry, but you aren't not those things. You don't even know anymore. You don't even know anything. Yinny, I wanna help. Tell me what you need, okay? I mean, you understand that I can't, you know. Of course he can't. Obviously, the one thing you could actually ask him for that you want. Go figure. But is that actually something you want? To escape from him like you've been hoping to? You're not sure how to make sense of all the thoughts swirling around in your head right now, but everything feels overwhelming and loud and disconnected and wrong. I don't know what I want, Eddie. Oh, sweetheart. Come here. Okay, not right now. Let's see, well, if you want, you can slap me again. What? Like, seriously. Get the aggression out or something, I don't know. 10 times or 100 times or 1,000 times, it's fine with me. If it's cathartic for you. That somehow actually sounds like a good suggestion. Okay, you know what? Fine. I will. 10 or 100 or 1,000 times, right? Screw it. Why not? What have I got to lose at this point? Might as well give it a shot. Wait, really? Oh, well, guess I did offer. Even if I was kind of just saying it to be nice. Yes. If nothing else, you could use a little stress relief. And it did seem to help the first time. Okay, Yinny. Do whatever you need to feel better, alright? I'm a big guy, I can take it all. Good. Wiping that smug smile off his obnoxiously pretty face sounds like an appealing start. Smack. That felt so good. That felt pretty good. Yeah? Yeah. It felt amazing, Yinny. Oh my god, you freak! Maybe there's a way that everyone can be happy with the situation after all. You might just have one or two bright ideas. Hey, you said you'd take anything, right? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Sounds like he's gonna need a little more encouragement. Attaboy, that's the spirit. Well, I mean, you've been pretty rude to me, you know? Waltzing on in here and not even taking off your shoes in my bedroom for a start? Ew! Not to mention all those gross, messed up things you keep saying about me under your breath. You heard those? Wow, you really are as dumb as you look. At least you have other qualities, right? You think you don't need brains, just as long as you have a pretty face and a fat, don't you? It's okay, baby. For once, you'd at least be right about something. From the look on his face, he's got a pretty good idea where this is going. I'm sorry? Not bad, but how can I be sure that you mean it? I think that you really need some help to learn some manners, don't you? Yes. Yes, definitely. That didn't take much convincing. Good boy. You can actually get to like a cutie with a can-do attitude like this. Really? No problem. I'm a good teacher. Oh my god. Well, a lot of this is gonna have to be hidden. I'm sorry, Yinny. Smack. Who told you to speak? Smack. I'm sorry. Oh god, shut up. If you have to say anything at all, you should be thanking me for this. Wowee. I don't deserve... Look at you. Some threat. That's so funny, isn't it? So pathetic that's gonna make me laugh. Yinny. Oh, he's so into this. Oh my god, really? This is so much fun. You're what? Wanna use your words, big guy? You weren't thinking of telling me that you're close, were you? What the hell? That's so gross. Aren't you embarrassed at all? Yinny, it's exactly what you asked for, right? Yeah, so, right now, if you're watching on YouTube, I have my foot somewhere. I am stepping on something, and he's having the time of his life. Got something you want to ask me? So close. So? You think that means anything to me? A big guy like this. Someone who could probably crush you like a bug if he wanted to as soon as blinking. Someone who could overpower you without breaking a sweat. But instead begging for you on his knees. It feels so intoxicating. And so right, the hopeful glint in his worshipful gaze is even brighter than the sun. He's loving this. You ruffle his sweaty hair affectionately and plan to kiss that you quickly regret on the salty mop of curls. Not that I'm not still mad, but that certainly helped. Anyway, give me a second. I got some arnica in the fridge with your name on it. Sounds good. You help him with his restraints and deposit a quick kiss on his cheek before setting off to find the helpful lotion. Come back soon, okay? I'll just be 1 second, promise. And you were, returning just a few moments later with a cool tube of arnica and a tall glass of water clutched triumphantly in hand. That was nice. Aw, look at him. I'm glad. You did so well for me, you know? I'm proud of you, baby. That makes me happy, but... His cute face is coloured by a deep flush. But, well, you know... Shouldn't we be doing that kind of thing the other way around? Nope. Don't worry about that. You reach up to stroke his face, trying to wipe away that adorably guilty expression. I'm certainly not opposed to the idea, but I am. I think that you'd be better off worrying about getting some rest for the time being. That sounds good. Oh, did he just take his hoodie off? That's actually cute. Even in his dreamy, messed up state, he still manages to scoop you up into his big arms like you weigh nothing at all. Hey! What? Can't sleep without my favorite little stuffed animal. I don't know if I'm gonna tolerate that. He grins, ego obviously at least slightly soothed by your pragmatism. Tough shit, babe. I see. Well, seeing as I clearly have no choice whatsoever in the matter, you turn to face him, curling comfortably under one of his arms into his broad chest. Guess I'll just have to join you. That's right, baby. Now it's his turn to drop a shy kiss on the crown of your head. We still need to talk about that tracker thing. That thing was messed up. This does not absolve you of what you have done. Sweet dreams, sweetheart. Sweet dreams, idiot. I love you, Yinny. I love you too, Eddie. No, I don't. 1 year later, here we are, getting while they're hot and, cold, I guess. Oh, you made us coffee. Sounds exactly like what I need right now. Long day at the office? Tell me about it. Nothing like a nice cup of joe and a shot that can't fix though. That's my girl, keep up the good fight. You're still not exactly sure how he does it, but nobody else can make coffee taste quite as good as Eddie. Yeah, because he's added extra flavoring in it, if you know what I mean. There are some things in life that are better kept a mystery. You plop down onto the warm seat, heart filling with warmth as he drops to his knees and settles himself comfortably on the floor at your feet. Missed you. One hand absent-mindedly threads through a handful of his soft hair, petting him like an extra-large house cat as he flicks through the channels to find the two of you something interesting to watch. Oh, nice. Undiscovered vehicle schematics that the ancient Egyptians just uploaded like right this second. Oh lord. Fine. How long is it? It's only 8 hours this time. We don't have to watch the whole thing, but could we maybe, please? Piece of shit already won the second he played that card and he damn well knows it. Oh, fine. But we're watching an actual real movie tomorrow, so help me God. Sweet. The two of you settle in as the familiar obnoxious intro of his current favorite show plays in the background. Not exactly what you'd have chosen to watch, but it's nice. You really could get used to this. Love? ? End. And that is all the endings. I hope you guys enjoyed the game as much as I did. Like, definitely an absolutely terrifying love interest. Because, you know, obviously the stuff that he does is absolutely messed up and should not be forgiven. And I think the dev did an excellent job forming his character and his origins. Because, like, a lot of the stuff that he does is, like, completely innate. Because, like, he genuinely thinks that he's doing the right thing and that he's doing his best. And then he's like, I don't understand you. One moment you act like you want me and then you don't. When it's like, dude, maybe you shouldn't have been training us up like that in the beginning. There's like two sides of the things that I want to talk about here. Is that the situation itself, although presented in a visual novel format, in which some of the endings are quite a little bit campier, like the one that we just last saw, versus the first two, is that the situation in itself is a very, very terrifying real situation that a lot of people can potentially face. And I think the developer did a really good job, like definitely not pulling any punches when it came to delivering a situation like that. It was realistic and the horrors of it were illustrated very, very well. Because like just because something is a bit campier in certain endings doesn't mean it discounts how terrifying something is. Because the campiness also makes you think, because it subverts the horror for a second. It makes you go, hey, this is really funny, but that is still really messed up, which is something that camp does very well. It does make you zero in on those serious themes a lot more, and I think that was very, very well done. Eddie himself is terrifying. He is a massive dude. He is described to be like huge. It's incredibly intimidating when he does not turn out to be as sweet as he seems, and not only does he break in but also chains you to your bed and turns your home and sanctuary into something that no longer really feels quite the same, nor does it feel safe anymore. And I think that is absolutely horrifying, not to mention the lengths that he goes to actually take away your autonomy, so chaining you up. Installing the tracker is probably the worst thing. I think the scariest thing is that he's not doing it for any like malicious or calculative thing to mess with you. The guy genuinely thinks he is doing the right thing, and he's genuinely very in love with you. Even when he like stabs you in the second ending, he's like, I'm sorry for this, and he cries while he does it. And sometimes I often kind of wonder, like, what is scarier? A person who is doing awful things because they genuinely believe it is the right thing to do, or someone who does it on purpose in a calculative manner? But they both kind of like go for the same effect, which is like something I think about often. And like, I don't have an answer to that yet, but it was definitely very refreshing for me to see someone like Eddie be portrayed as someone who is more innate in his actions and so firm in his beliefs. Because I feel like a lot of the time we get people who are still firm in their beliefs, but a lot of their steps are like calculated carefully. Like they scheme, they do this, they plan, they do everything. But when it comes to Eddie, he definitely acts on impulse, instinct, like innate and desperate love for you. And I think that is part of what made him so interesting to go up against in this visual novel. But yeah, definitely something with very, very strong themes. I did genuinely appreciate how the devs didn't make light of something so serious, because even when the MC is like flipping between falling for Eddie and so on and so forth, there's like little callbacks to like, is this Stockholm Syndrome? Is this really me? Because this is really messed up. And if it is me, what do I do now? And like, I think that kind of like moral dilemma with an MC can serve to make things very, very interesting, but it also serves to make things very realistic. Because when you're in a situation like that, with a lot of fear and a lot of adrenaline going through your mind, there is a lot of loopholes that your brain can go through. And unfortunately, teetering on the edge of Stockholm Syndrome is something that can happen. And I appreciate that the developers went in that direction to portray that kind of response, because I feel like it's also not shown very often as well. But yeah, definitely this was a game with very serious themes, which they made very, very clear at the start. Like as I said in the middle of my playthrough, I absolutely knew exactly what I was getting into. And based on everything, I think the developers did a lovely job. The art itself is also really gorgeous. I wasn't expecting like this voice acting bites as well. I thought those were a really nice touch, and yeah, I was really happy to play this. So sadly, I wasn't able to show the full spicy scenes because that is an absolute no-no. But you can get my playthrough for those on my Patreon. The link is in the description box below. But if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next part. And don't forget to support the developer if you would like to try out the game. Link is in the description box below. That is all for now. I really do appreciate your time. But until the next section, man, take care.